Hello, everyone. This is the new date. The date is January 23rd. We were going to do this last week, but instead you're getting it this week.
All right. So first of all, a huge thank you to all of you who have taken time to give us feedback after each of the first two workshops sessions. We do want to take a moment to report back to you. So after the last session, which was now more than a month ago, we had you complete a online form. On the right here, you can see a summary of some of the responses. We asked how the workshop went. And I have some examples of quotes from participants about the workshop. And we always read through and discuss the responses. Three themes really came up that are listed on the left, and I just want to name them briefly. So first, there was a lot of appreciation. It came up multiple times for the variety of voices and ways to engage in the last workshop. That was great feedback. Also, appreciation for concrete examples, specifically the case study example that Catherine Alexander shared. So another shout out to Catherine for doing that, giving us a story from the field. We have more concrete examples today. We're really trying to respond as best we can to that request. The third bullet here was actually just from one respondent, but it raised a really good question and generated a lot of conversation in our planning team that I just wanted to try to summarize for you and share with you. So the feedback was a desire to hear from BIPOC evaluators of color, and last session, for those who were not there, was focused on the role of identity and culture in evaluation. So a few things came out of our internal discussion about this. One is that, of course, hearing from BIPOC evaluators is incredibly valuable. And we think it's important to reflect on the predominantly white nature of this field we're working in. Also, the predominantly white planning group for this workshop and predominantly white participants. And so what that leads us to reflect on is the real risk of creating transactional and tokenizing relationships by bringing in speakers because of their race or cultural background. So it could even be felt or be done in sort of an extractive way, like what can we get out of this? And so instead, we really want to encourage ourselves and also you to focus on developing meaningful relationships, building trust, and engaging authentically. And so given the troubled history of our field, we just want to be really thoughtful, careful, and open to learning. So this does not mean you will not hear from BIPOC evaluators, but we want to make sure anyone we do invite, regardless of identity, whoever it is, that the invitation comes from a place of authentic and meaningful partnership, not from sort of a transactional, potentially tokenizing place. And so thank you for, it was anonymous feedback, but thank you for raising this question. It's an important conversation for us. I want to give Stephen and Libby just a chance if you wanted to add anything to this recap of the workshop we got from last time.
I feel that was great, Deborah. It just brought up a desire for us within me just to acknowledge my own whiteness and my own privilege as the person who's helping to facilitate the workshop. I stand here as a white person with all that comes with. So that just seemed like something to acknowledge out loud, since we were talking about our own perspectives and how they influence our approach to the work.
Yeah, just to the last piece, desire to hear from BIPOC evaluators. I see that as just a bigger call to diversify and step away. You know what I mean? Like be more inclusive, right? I was going to say step away, right? But like when that possible to not be in leadership. So thanks.